And we're back with another bomb tutorial for today. If y'all want to see exactly how I did this, keep watching and thank you so much for tuning in. Starting off the look with our brows already done, I'm just setting the base with the Real Techniques setting brush. We'll be using the Plain Makeup by Yolando and Beauty by Melissa collab palette today, and the first color we're going to go into is Smile using the Morphe M503 brush. I'm just packing this directly in the crease. Today we'll be doing an extended cut crease, so as you see I'm flicking the product out in this curved shape. Then going right on top of that with Melly's Angels with the same exact brush. I just wanted a nice blend of the purple and pink. I'm just making sure those colors are placed correctly and not too high up onto the brow bone. I'm just going to pat the excess product out with the Real Techniques Expert Crease Brush. Cutting the crease today with the Rumor Base 1 from P. Louise with my Bdellium Tools 936 brush, and just cutting the crease in a circular shape and curving it outwards when we get to the end of the eyes. I wanted a slightly orange background behind the glitter I'm about to place, so I just applied Don't Be Cheap from the palette with my M433 brush. To create a smoky liner today, we'll be going in first with the color Expensive in the palette with the brush will be down below. I really forgot what brush is called, but yeah. Then we're going to take Smile and pat that right on top of the Expensive color that we just added to give it a smoky look. So it gives a gradient effect from the colors getting from darker to light. Then we're going to take the J. Root pigment in white gold with my Morphe 433 brush and just packing that right on the upper portion of the cut crease away from the smoky eye that we just created. And yeah, I already know I like to add this pop of white color just to bring the eyes to life a little bit. Today's glitter color will be using Boliv Butte in the shade Savage and just packing that right on top of the white gold. I already added glue off camera, so it's not like I'm just putting the glitter right on top of the white gold. And just bring the white gold back just to make sure all these spaces are filled in and nothing is see-through and you can't see like the base color. We prepped and primed off camera, so we're not going to go through that. You already know it's always down in the description box below. But today we'll be using NARS in the color Macao from the Natural Radiant collection. I spritz the face with the pink continuous mints just to loosen it up a bit so it can make it a lot more easier to blend. Because when you prime your face and everything like that, it can get still, like that's what you want. But as far as like blending it out, for the moment, I want it to be loose a bit. That's why I sprayed it. And just adding another layer of foundation underneath the eyes to make this look full coverage as possible. And just alternating between blending it out with the Real Techniques Instapot Cheat Brush and the Real Techniques Sponge. To conceal her, we're going to go ahead and take Tan Deep Sand from the Tarte Shape Tape collection. Using this brush again, you can even use any like wide or big flat brush. This will really help. That's why I just use this brush that was just accessible to me, but it's not like you have to use this exact brush. But you get the gist. Like you see how the shape of the brush is. It's not too big where it's like, oh my gosh, overwhelming, but it's not too small where, you know, you take like forever just to apply concealer. Going into further highlight with Tan Sand from the Tarte Shape Tape collection. I'm just applying this, well, focusing this right in the center part of her under eyes, her nose, and a little bit under her nose. To cream contour, we're using Tunisia from the JUVIA'S foundation stick line. And of course, blending this out with the Instapot Cheat Brush. And blending out the concealer with the setting brush from Real Techniques. Just like this. To set the face without concealer, we're going to go ahead and use Dark from MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Just blending all over, including everywhere we contoured. And for the concealed areas, we're going in with Dark Golding from that same MAC Mineralized Skin Finish collection. And making sure that's set and primed before we actually apply loose powder. To set her face today, we're going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder in Honey. So for the under eyes, you already know we're going to set and bake. And for the rest of the concealed areas, we're just going to regularly set. And you already know for my precise contours, I go ahead and take a slightly darker setting powder. And this time I'll be using the AC Cosmetics in Gingerbread. To contour her nose, I'm going to be taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan. And just applying that to shape her nose. Right now you see me taking the Crown 441 brush and further carving out her nose and taking my disposable makeup sponge that I always use to snatch my nose, or the center of my nose as well. To contour her, I'm going to take the shade on the far left of the Black Radiance Complexion Contour Palette in light to medium. And just applying this right on top of the contour areas. For bronzer today, we're going to go ahead and take the JUVIA'S Warrior 2 palette in the shade Yobi and placing that right on top of where we just contoured. In that same palette, I'm going ahead and taking that pink color, Daura, and putting that right on the apples of her cheek. I asked her to smile so that I can see her cheeks so it can be more visible and pop more. I lined her waterline with the Inglot Gel Liner at 77 off camera, and right now you see me going below her waterline into the shade Smile. This is the Crown 467 brush, and just taking that and making a thin line right under her eyes. Then slightly below that, I'm taking Melly's Angels and placing that right underneath there to give it a nice gradient effect between the purple and the pink. For highlights today, I'm going to be using one of my favorite highlighters, JUVIA'S Loose Highlight in Nefertiti. Highlighting the cheekbones and highlighting her nose. With a clean fluffy brush, I'm just dusting away all the glitter and all the pigment that went underneath her eye and setting that in place with my beauty blender. For a little bit more blush, I added Zoba and Leena from the Saharan Blush 2 palette and further highlighted her because I just wanted her to have I just wanted everybody to see who she was when she walked in the room. So that's why I had to make sure it popped like this. So this is where I sprayed the Benign setting spray right on top of the beauty blender, pack it right underneath her eyes, and just spread out the excess all over her face. Yeah, she's feeling herself. Purr. I applied the lip gloss and liner off camera. That's from my brand, so stay tuned for that. I further sprayed her face with the Morphe Pinks Continuous Mist to give her a hydrated look. Added back the pop in her eyes with the regular color we used earlier. And yes, this is the completed look. Let me know what you guys think. I love this look so much. And again, the gloss and liner in this video will be released very, very, very soon. So turn on post notifications for that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram for more tips and tricks on how I do my looks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you love this look as much as I did. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend. I'm posting 2 times a week. I may even post 3 times a week. So that's why it's very important to turn on post notifications. But yes, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.